put on your dancing feet and be yourself and just, not think too hard about little things like what people think about you, then it's gonna make your life a lot better and you're gonna just dance your way through life. I might just lose my mind tonight. Yeah. Ooh, I might just lose my mind tonight.
Power Ace Radio.
So, hi, how are you?
I'm great. How about yourself?
I'm very well, thank you so much for asking. So, well, welcome to our episode of PAR Meet the Artist, just for Power S Radio Meet the Artist. So, we know you're an artist, but if you tell us your name, where you're from, and hey, why not? Might as well tell us what you do.
Yeah, so my name's Amanda Plumb. My artist name is that as well. I decided to keep it just so that when I'm singing to a crowd, I can, really hear them sing my name. I have been working on music for a couple of years now, probably 2 years where I've really started to take it more serious, 4 years total. Yeah, I have a new release coming up. It's called Seaside. Um, my other songs are on Spotify and Apple Music, mostly all platforms. I'm from Windsor, Sonoma County in California.
Very nice. Very, very nice. So, well, let's go straight in then. And first, okay, I'll break those answers down. So, first one is, so you've been doing it for 4 years, but you said, okay, 2 years ago you decided to go for it. What was the catalyst behind that? What made you think, yep, this is the time?
Probably the first time I went to a real studio, because before I was kind of just recording in my friends' home studios, and they were amazing producers, especially for starting out. But when I worked with someone who had been in the professional field for a while, it showed me just how professional my voice can sound and just how much freedom I have to create whatever it is that I'm trying to create and to portray the emotion that I want to portray.
Nice. Yeah, that's a great answer. I like that. And so then the next one is about your new track, Seaside. Could you tell us the inspiration behind that?
Yes. So at the time when I was making this was actually when this was the very first song I recorded in a professional studio. So it was very exciting. I was falling in love at the time, and as it was in San Diego, I think it was probably the most beautiful place to fall in love. We were always like driving at the beach, and this was kind of my first time really spending a lot of time with this person. And I just it felt like, when you're with someone and it's almost like you're with a different version of yourself. That's kind of the best way I can describe it. We were very similar people, and it was, yeah, the song is just about love and really, kind of just falling deeply in love.
Oh, that is beautiful. That's really great because we can never hear enough about that. Life in general. That's what it's about. You know. So let me go to the about another song that obviously I've the first song that I've heard. I've not heard the new one. Maybe you might be able to give us a little cheeky bit later. We just never know. But this song, Dancing Feet, right?
Mm-hmm.
That what is because there's some bits about the lyrics, let's say even the way it began about your kind of like your feet wants to do something, but you're not sure how they're going to see you, like, and what is it, because that has a lot of different emotions. Well, when I listen to it, going through it, it's like you're telling different parts of the story. um could you enlighten us about that, please?
Yeah, so That song definitely, I kind of like to create multiple emotions in my songs because I think like as the human experience, we go through a lot of different emotions about some of whatever it is that's dear to us. And to me, like my internal struggles are kind of just dealing with a little bit of insecurity and a lot about like self-consciousness, kind of always paying attention to what people think about me. And I really just want to be a voice out there for other people that are going through the same thing. I know that in high school, I dealt with it a lot more than I do now. And I think from my own growth, I want to help other people grow as well. And so that song was kind of like it's meant to be a little bit lighthearted, but it is about something that's really personal to me, which is just, as you said, like paying attention to what other people are thinking about me. And at that time too, I was really realizing that it doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter what people think about you. And if you just continue to put on your dancing feet and be yourself and just, you know, not think too hard about little things like what people think about you, then it's gonna make your life a lot better and you're gonna just dance your way through life.
That's a really positive story. And I like that because we call this PAR Meet the Artist. Because we want to actually meet you as a person, not just as that super figure that we know. And it's great to hear artists like come out and share your experience and be so relatable. There's a lot of people, we're always thinking, I think probably goes for everybody really, always thinking about what other people think about you. So no, that's really, really great. People need to go and listen to that song to hear the different emotions, the different stories that came out of that. It's a really, really great song. Well done to you.
Thank you so much. Thank you for listening to that, by the way.
Very welcome. And so with regards to the music that you're doing, so you say you've been doing it 4 years now, 2 years you've been concentrating on it. Your influences, well, let's start with that. Who are your influences into actually making music? Why did you think, oh yeah, I want to make music? Why not anything else?
Yeah, so I've always been interested in music. It's something that I was raised with. My family has a very wide range of music that they listen to, from alternative, rock, even a little bit of hip hop, psychedelic. Let's see. At this point, they've started listening to more like bedroom pop, how it's a little bit more low key. But so yeah, I grew up with that influence in my family, and I've always kind of loved performing. I would always do like the talent shows, or I was even in like a couple of plays when I was younger in like elementary school. I would be in every play I could possibly be in. And as I went through high school and middle school, I got a little bit more shy. And so just recently I started going outside of my comfort zone and performing a little bit. So it's probably my fourth performance coming up this Saturday, which I'm super excited for. I think my goal of this next performance is to put myself out there and try to have a lot of energy so that I can give the crowd energy. But yeah, I've always loved music. And as soon as in high school I saw other musicians making music, I definitely wanted to be part of that. And so it's just been a journey ever since then, kind of just trying to get better and better at making my music as I go.
That's really, really nice. And be unfair to not ask the question really. How are you finding the journey? So obviously the music industry is challenging, and it has its own ups and downs. But how do you feel people are receiving your music and your energy that you're putting out there?
Yeah, I think from what I found, for the most part, I think people have loved my music that has a lot of energy to it. I'd like to start doing a couple of sad songs and kind of see how I get reactions out of those, because I do have this one song unreleased that I'm really excited to release, because every friend that I show, that's definitely their favorite. It's a little bit more house, kind of like club music. And I think a lot of people that listen to my music are really into club music, dance music, pop. But I would like to kind of go outside of pop a little bit because my favorite genre is like alternative pop, how it has a lot of uniqueness to it. And I think it's a fine balance between finding stuff that people like and then also finding stuff that's brings something new to the table.
Oh, that's a great answer. That's a great answer because it shows that you're thinking about your music journey, and you're not just that one person. Okay, this is what I do. Music is changing so much that sometimes you listen to a song and you're like, well, what genre does that even belong to? Because it has a little elements of everything. So, as music artists, um, we as listeners would love you to adapt to that and be able to give us all that creative side of you. And it's great to hear. Um, let me go into my kind of next question. As to which artists, which sort of artists do you listen to, or do you not listen to any artists? How do you come up with your music?
Yeah, so I listen to one of my favorites is Dominic Fike. I wish he would release more songs because I'm ready for them. I also love Billie Eilish. I love Clairo. She's kind of like bedroom pop. Um, let's see. The Weeknd is one of my favorites. I do listen to a lot of music. I listen to a very wide range of music. So like Beyonce, Etta James, Adele. You know, I could just the list goes on, but those are the top that come to my head, and I think probably my top influencers as well.
That's really really cool. And obviously that question was a set up to another one. And the next one is maybe not even the ones you've mentioned, or maybe another one just pops to mind. But dead or alive, if you could collaborate with any artist, who would it be and why?
Yeah, I've thought about that. It's such a hard question because I could just list so many artists that I would love to collaborate with. Um, if I had to narrow it down, I would probably say Olivia Rodrigo or Dominic Fike. I think Olivia Rodrigo has a little bit, well, a lot more listeners and diehard fans, but I just think Dominic Fike is just so uniquely himself, and I love how it sounds like he's playing guitar. I'm more drawn to artists that it sounds a little bit more like a band instead of something that they're making on a computer. That's what I personally like a little bit more. So I think that's probably why I'm so drawn to Dominic Fike. I think he has a good balance between making music on a computer, but also playing it with real instruments, and creating something that I haven't heard before. So I would say if I had to narrow it down, I would probably say Dominic Fike.
Perfect. Great answer. You just never know, eh? um, eh, so okay, you've named all of these great artists. You've even chosen one. What do you think makes you unique?
Oh, that's a good
What's
question.
your-
Yeah, I think I'm always trying new things. And I think um, I definitely have, because of my wide range of music that I listen to, I think it's kind of influenced my music in a sense of each song kind of um, could go under multiple genres. And I think I don't, a lot of artists, it's great for them. A lot of their songs have very similar sounds. And I try to kind of go outside of my comfort zone, and I try for each song to have its own unique feel and unique sound. And I think that kind of is what separates me. I'm always kind of looking for what's the next wave that I'm going to hop onto? What's the next sound that I'm going to try to capture?
that's a really good answer. That's that's evolving. That's what we like to hear. And obviously talking about creating new stuff and doing this, and myself and the viewers, we surely don't want to miss it. So where are the go-to places? Are you on the website? Are you on, where can we find all your stuff? Where's the hot
Yeah,
spot?
So my Instagram is Amanda_Plumb. It's PLUMB. There's a silent V at the end. You can find me on Spotify, Apple Music, probably SoundCloud even, anything. I don't know if you guys know, but Musi is a free way to listen to music. If anyone's for that out there, you can find me on Musi as well. I'm hoping to start making music videos and or just like lyric videos so that people can find me on YouTube as well.
That's perfect. No, that would be great because I think lyrics or music video that kind of draws a bit more people, and even the lyrics video at least, you because sometimes you just want to be able to read those. I know Spotify does that now, doesn't it? Where it can transcribe it for you. Um, I know, well, somebody like me, I like to read those things. Then you're like, oh wow, that is deep. So yeah, no, that is really great. Thank you very much. So Amanda_Plumb, as in PLUMB, and
Yes.
we'll find you. Perfect. Um, let's digress a little bit. That if you're not when you're not doing music or making music or even listening to music, what do you do for fun?
Ooh, I love to go to cafes. I actually just got back from one. I love to go to cafes. I am going to school right now, so it is also why I am sorry, there's a loud car. But yeah, I'm going to school, so it's also why I have not as much time as I would love to make music videos and jump into music right now. But as soon as I start to see, because recently I've seen kind of a lot of success very quickly in my music. So if it keeps going that route, then I'm gonna altercate more of my time towards that instead of school, because I obviously love school, but things have started to look upwards for music and I would love to jumpstart in my career. But yeah, I kind of just like to go to cafes and just drive around and listen to music. I like to do little things like that.
Okay, that is it. That is it. It's just, we just want to know you're a real person. Okay. And just picking up from that answer, because now I'm sure people are screaming, okay, what is she studying? So what are you studying?
Well, yeah, so right now I'm going to a JC, saves money, of course. But my overall goal for my career for if I'm always gonna make music. But let's say if the business of my music didn't take off the way I'm hoping for, then I would probably just after this semester, I would probably just start getting my private pilot's license because I hope to eventually be a pilot for commercial airlines. And I can travel and I can share my music around with the world and just kind of, I get to travel for free, and it's a job that's very different from any other job. So I think it's something that would be a very fruitful career.
Wow, that sounds amazing. Talk about unity through music. You see just to the fly everywhere and just spread the gospel. I love that. Definitely, that's great. Wish you so much success in that.
Thank you so much.
So let me ask one of my, random questions about. So if you were an emoji, maybe it's one that has been made already, or maybe it's one that just pops up in your head. What emoji will represent you, not just you as a person, but you as an artist, you as a student. What one emoji will summarize what would it look like?
Oh, that's a good question. I think I'm always kind of changing. Um, but recently I would say probably the emoji that has that big grin on its face, the giant smile. I love that emoji. I use it all the time. So probably that one.
Perfect. It fits, I
Yeah,
like that.
yeah, got a giant freaking grin on my face.
Yeah. Let's try to be copper. So, I suppose the next question is, what is in the pipeline for you? What can we look forward to? I know you say you have the new track, which is being released soon. When is that getting released? And what
That
more
one.
do we have to look after?
Oh, I'm sorry. I
No,
interrupted you.
I said when was that game released, and what's the next bit after that? Because we are always hungry, for more.
Yeah, so Seaside is the next release. It'll be coming up in the next few weeks or so. And then I also have about eight to 10 songs that I'm ready to release. And I've put a lot of hard work and dedication in the past year to make these songs the way that I want them to sound. So now that I've started the business side, I'm just trying to push it to the rest of the world so that everyone can hear them. So yeah, Seaside is the next release. So keep your eye out for that one. And yeah, just keep your eye out on me because I have a lot of songs to release.
Super, super, super. And talking about all these songs, will it be cheeky of us if we said maybe if you do a little a cappella, maybe of something you've done already, of something new? The stage is all yours.
Yeah, I could sing Dancing Feet if you want. I've never done this. I am still shy, but for you, I will do it. I will sing the song.
Thank you.
Let's see, I'm trying to think of what part. I might just lose my mind tonight. Yeah. Ooh, I might just lose my mind tonight. That song is actually this song, Clarity, that I'm still working on. It's the closest bounce off to Dancing Feet. I actually get them confused because they're so similar. It's made by the same person, Pacific Beats. So that one I'm really excited to release. If you like Dancing Feet, then you're definitely gonna like Clarity.
Ooh, can't wait, can't wait. So yeah, well, we've heard it now, so we'll be waiting. Just gonna find you at it's pretty easy. Amanda _ Plumb.
Yeah.
PMU. Easy. So yeah, we'll definitely be there to find you. And any closing remarks for your fans that might be watching out there?
I would say keep an eye on me because I have a lot to release and I'm ready to shoot for the moon and the stars.
Super. That's it. Shoot for the moons and stars together, and we'll be there behind you. And yeah, when you're flying on that aeroplane sharing music across, make sure you let them know Power Ace Radio is right behind you. So yeah. But it's been so amazing having you on the show. So yeah, we'll definitely catch up again pretty soon. But until then, take care.
Talking to you. Thank you very much.
More music variety on Power Ace Radio.